proud Canadian. I don't know if there's a more iconic Canadian figure in our history than Terry Fox. I grew up in a time where when major events happened in Canada, the schools went to the gym. We watched hockey games in the gym. We watched Terry Fox run in the gym in 1980. I know, I was in grade 11. And so this first piece is a portrait of Terry Fox. It's in two movements, or not two movements, two sections. The first one sort of celebrates the essence of what was his life, and the second part kind of depicts him running across Canada. This piece has extra special meaning to me. It was written by not just Canadian, Calgarian Kwan Lee. Very dear friend to many of us in the room who are band directors. He wrote this piece. He entered it in a national-wide composition competition called the Howard Table Composition, and he won it. Unfortunately, he never found that out. There was a time I remember it vividly because he was out with a friend of mine at the zoo and wasn't feeling super well. That was a Sunday, I think, and by the next Saturday, he himself had passed away from cancer. So he never got to know, or that he won the award. He never got to hear the piece played by all these bands that now have it. One of the proud things that I can say that some of us in the community were part of was getting it published. And so it has now been published, so people can buy it, and the proceeds are going into a college fund for his kids. So that's a Canadian story, but it's a feel-good story. This is a portrait of Terry Fox.